What's good, Status Mafia? It's your boy RayStatuz, and today I am back with another status update.
I better find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find, give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us.
Some tips, use them, and that's RayStatuz.
I better find your
What's good, Status Mafia? It's your boy RayStatuz, and today I am back with another status update. My reasoning for being on y'all TV screen today is to give y'all tips on becoming a junior, as y'all can tell by this. Being a junior in high school is not the easiest, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not the hardest. Like, if I had guidance, like I'm finna give y'all, if I had guidance like that before I started my junior year, I'm pretty sure it probably would've went way more smoother. But the only thing that I had was junior year gonna be your hardest year, and you know, you gotta push through it. Basically, that's all they told me. But here I am today to give y'all some tips, answer some questions, and some good advice on how to navigate your junior year. So let's go. So first, we're gonna start with the question. The first question says, what mindset to go into your junior year? Like, what mindset to have to go into your junior year? And honestly, I would say have like a dedicated mentality, because when you're going to your junior year, depending on like what school you in and what classes you take, it might be harder or easier to move throughout the school year. So I would say just go in with a dedicated mindset and like know what you really want in your end goal, so you can succeed. The second question says, what's most important for junior year? Most important for junior year, everything. Honestly, all your classes are important, all your grades, making sure your attendance is well, because all colleges will be looking at your junior year, because that's like the year before you go to your senior year, which would be the year that you're applying for the colleges. So make sure you're working hard, showing up, being on time, doing everything you need to do for your junior year, because that's what colleges are looking at. Next question says, are the classes harder? Once again, depending on what school you go to and what classes you take, classes could be harder or classes could be easier. I'm in the 3DE magnet program, so I did have AP classes and things of that nature, so my classes were kind of tough, but I wouldn't say they were harder than like a regular class, because it's just like, if you maintain, you stay up with it, it would be no issues, honestly. And make sure you ask for help. Please ask for help. Like, if you need help, ask for it. Don't be embarrassed, because just because they don't need help don't mean you won't need help. So make sure you ask for help, but it shouldn't be hard as long as you maintain it. And the next question says, how do I earn credits? You honestly earn credits by doing extracurricular activities, donating things. I think donating blood will get you credits. Completed pathways. Completed pathways. Like, say you do financial literacy, or you do what's the one called with the nursing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. HIGHSCHOOL, things like that. That's how you get course. So make sure y'all do extracurricular activities and do things that you know will help you out in the long run. The next question is how to balance having a relationship and staying focused. Honestly, I'm gonna speak to y'all from experience. So I'm gonna give y'all the rundown. I had a relationship like towards the beginning of the year, and it didn't work out because I couldn't maintain a relationship and school. So honestly, I would say, if you really love that person, or if you're really in a real relationship that y'all gonna keep for sure, you could try, figure out a system to balance the relationship and school. But most importantly, make sure you're focusing on school. Like, relationship comes with ups and downs and all of that nature, and school do too, and that can take a real toll on your mental. Like, I've been through that. So make sure your main focus is school, and if you have enough time to be in a relationship, then you can do that. But make sure you're focusing on school. I say try not to even balance the relationship in school and just focus on school. But if you do feel that you want your relationship and you want your school, make sure you figure out a system to maintain school and the relationship. So the next question says, what to do if you're not sure about what you want to do when you graduate? Okay, y'all, my job, I'm a rising senior. I'm finna be a senior this year. So the advice that I can give y'all about that is, take your time and try to actually figure out like what interests me, what hobby that I enjoy, like what hobby do I enjoy doing a lot, and try to kind of find like a career that matches up with that hobby. And then after that, you find a college that matches up with that career very well to figure out what would be your next step after you graduate high school. That's how I can say that. The next question says, what are some things I should do my 11th grade year? Again, some things you should do your 11th grade year, I would say most definitely figure out a system, because the school year, it rolls, like it won't stop. It goes fast, it keeps going, and the days you miss, it's still going. So figure out a system and make sure you stick to that system so you can balance out school and just doing whatever extra that you have to do. The next question says, how to stay motivated. Honestly, this is what I'm gonna give y'all, because I struggled with being motivated myself, and that's how I slacked behind, but I caught back up in the end, which is something that y'all wouldn't want to have to do. Like having to catch up towards the end. I know a lot of people made it so normal and common to have to do that, but y'all shouldn't want to catch up in the end or rush to do anything at the end. I would say most definitely keep yourself at a pace that you know that you can maintain, and also you can stay motivated by connecting with others and figuring out like, can they help me? Can they benefit me? Like, will they benefit me? Be around people that will benefit you and motivate you to do better and get good grades and do extra things so it can help you out in the long run. Also, I would say talk to God, y'all. Talk to y'all family, talk to y'all parent, whatever that you have close to you. Talk to them, and most definitely talk to God, because God will always have your side. All you have to do is call on him and he has you, I promise. I lacked so much when I used to not talk to God, but ever since I started back talking to him and just speaking, just in general, just say, hey God, I thank you for waking me up. I thank you for doing this. Will you allow my day to be good? God will make it happen. Just speak to him. Just talk. Have a good little conversation, and God has you always. And he has you regardless. But even when you have those conversations with him, it's going to push how much he has you. I'm telling you. Try to see. Lastly, this question says, how to get prepared. Honestly, I would say get you some pens, get you some notebooks, get some type of calendar. Make sure you have good alarms. Make sure you get a schedule so you can go to sleep and wake up and be ready and energized to go do what you have to do. I know, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm not finna sit on the camera in front. Going to school, waking up, going to school, you're not gonna be all holly jolly, because people don't usually like school. But if you kind of like go to sleep a little early, wake up, and you get ready, and you ready to do what you do, you go get it done, you come back home, and that's a done deal. So I say just make the schedule. Make sure you keep a system so you can follow that system, and that's gonna carry you all the way through the school year. I'm telling you, school year gonna go by like this. It ain't gonna take no time. It's just gonna snap, and you're gonna be done. You're gonna be finna graduate, just like I was. I thought it was gonna take a little minute. Thought I was gonna, slack behind. I did. Thought I was gonna, not make it, but I made it. I made it past where I needed to be. So most definitely get a system. Okay, so now we finna get into the advice portion of it, because I feel like me being a junior, like just now finna go to a senior year, I can most definitely give y'all some advice right now. So first set of advice that I have, I would say go into the school year kind of with like a small group of people that like that's motivational, that's helping, that's keeping you like in a good mindset to succeed, so that you won't be like backtracked by no drama or losing a friend. Because sometimes people have big hearts. I have a big heart, and losing friends will set me back, because I really love them, and I really care for the people that I lost, but I don't want y'all to go through that. So I say go in with like a small group of people that you can trust, and that has your back 100%, and you should be good for the school year. And even if y'all have little ups and downs, make sure y'all just talk about it, because at the end of the day, when y'all get to senior year, y'all graduate, all that fat group of people that y'all had is gonna turn into this. You're not gonna have no big old group of friends. They might have been your friend for that school year, but when you leave out of this school, are they your friends? Are y'all talking? Are they helping you? Are y'all motivating each other? Answer those questions. Ask yourself those questions. The next set of advice I can have is make sure y'all stay on top of y'all work. If the work is on, like, say, because we use an app called Canvas. If the work is on Canvas already, make sure y'all are completing it. Do it before it's even due, because that way y'all have free time to catch up or even just kind of chill. I wouldn't say lollygag because I don't want y'all to do too much of that, but make sure y'all stay on top of the work and let nothing go undone. Don't sit around and say, okay, I'm gonna do this when I get home, when you know you're not finna do it when you get home. Make sure you do it right then and there so you can handle business and get your stuff done. That way, like I said, you're gonna sail through the school year. It's gonna be no issues. And make sure y'all are looking forward to something, looking forward to getting some type of accolade, some type of award for what y'all doing, because working hard and not trying to see the how can I say it? Working hard and not trying to see like the awards or the recognition that you get afterwards is kind of like doesn't matter if I work hard. So think of that. But make sure y'all are looking forward to something. And even though y'all should be looking forward to something, don't always look forward to it, because you know you're doing good, but these people, they may not recognize it. But once you feel it within yourself that you're doing good, then that's all that matters. So look forward to that as well. Look forward to getting recognition from people, but also getting recognition from yourself, looking in the mirror and being able to say, okay, I'm doing better, I'm improving, I'm getting better at this, I'm getting better at that. The third piece of advice I say, I told y'all this earlier, it says to stay on time, like be on time, 100%. I'm gonna give y'all an example, which is me. I take dual enrollment classes. From the beginning, I was on time. Then once I started sitting in the middle, I'm like, okay, maybe I could just slack and be a little late because my college teacher won't be here at this time. Or maybe I can slack and be a little late because my college teacher won't give us no work that'll really matter. And I most definitely had that completely incorrect. You should be on time. I was late, and that racked up. And guess how much of a grade percentage that I had at the end, y'all? I promise you, I won't lie. I had a 10%.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
10%. She called me out. She talked to me face to face. She said, okay, I haven't put in grades, but this is your grade. Now let me show you what's gonna be once I put in another grade. Yeah, once again, I will not lie. She put in the grades, I went up to a 12%.
Oh, hell no,
so stay on
man.
time so you
Fuck,
don't have to worry about things of that nature, y'all. I promise you, I was in disgrace. I was like, what am I about to do? Like 10%, I have to get all the way to 100. And she put a grade in, I only went to 12. Luckily, in the end, I made it out to a 70, and then, you know, made more and more, and I got close to an 80. So kudos to me, but that was not good. Don't shoot for no C. Shoot for B's and better. If even B's, y'all shouldn't be shooting for that. But yeah, the fourth piece of advice I have would be to for y'all to find a teacher that y'all connect with, or that is just somebody that you can talk to, because you need people like that in school. You need people that you can talk to. You need people that you can lean on, and you also need guidance. You need people that's gonna be like the same questions y'all are asking about college and things of that nature. These people have already been through college, so y'all can have a teacher that can help y'all figuring out what college best fits your career path. And things of that nature. But just find somebody that you can always talk to or lean on, or things of that nature. The fifth piece of advice that I have is some tips on how to balance being a student and being an athlete. First, I would say let the student always come first. Even the athletic directors or the leaders of any clubs and things that y'all have going on, they always looking at your academics. So make sure you are on top of schoolwork, you're doing schoolwork, you get it done. And then once it comes to practice, make sure you're working hard, practicing. I can speak for that because I'm a drum major. Even before I was a drum major, I ran track, I did football, I did basketball, I did all that before soccer, all of that. So make sure you stay on top of your work, and also make sure once you're practicing, practice hard, do what you have to do, but once you come home, be ready to decompress and take a shower. Again, find a system, and then run by that system after every practice so you can come home, rejuvenate, take a shower, go to sleep. You may even read the Bible, go to sleep, wake back up, and be prepared to repeat that same task. Do you feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all do. Think about that. The sixth piece of advice I have says, To let y'all know to stay away from drama. Y'all, steer away from drama, steer away from fights, steer away from anything that is not aligning with you succeeding and finishing your 11th grade year. When you get intertwined into drama, it doesn't end out well. Stay away from drama. Don't get into no fights. If you get into any fights, colleges will look at that. This is the year, like I said before, this is the year that they're looking at. If you get into any fights or anything that can go on your record, that would be a bad thing to look at for college. So please stay away from drama. Stay away from all the theatrics. The 7th piece of advice that I have for y'all guys, is for you guys, is to let y'all know to try to start figuring out something that y'all want to do. Again, like I told y'all before, figuring out what hobby interests you, figuring out what you feel will be something that you want to take on as a lifelong project. Kind of figure that out so you can kind of have some type of pathway to figure out if you want to do the certain thing. Do you feel what I'm saying? I'm going to break it down a tad bit more. So you can have the pathway to figuring out what colleges, what schools best help interest your career path. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, I'm sorry. So the 8th piece of advice is to, once again, like I said before, always find somebody in your family, find somebody around you that you can just lean on, that you can talk to about your mental health. Because 11th grade, it's a lot. A lot comes with 11th grade. A lot of decision making, a lot of friends falling off, a lot of, relationships not working out because you're finna reach another milestone. You can't take all of that baggage with you. You have to drop all that. And it takes a toll on your mental. So make sure you have a sibling, a friend, a cousin, a sister, your dad, your mom, your grandparents, anybody who you feel that you're comfortable with, that you can lean on. You should most definitely use that to your ability, because your mental, it will have a little bit of a toll, I'm telling you. So make sure you have somebody in your family that you can talk to. My next piece of advice says it's not okay to cut yourself too much slack, but also know that it's okay to touch on your emotions and your feelings, so you won't take on so much and then one day you just burst and everything just blows out, and you might do it to the wrong person. You might do it to a loved one, you might do it to a teacher, you might do it to an administrator. Make sure you're always being in touch with your feelings and your emotions, because if you're in touch with that, you can release some of the negativity and negative energy off of you, which will also release some baggage. So make sure y'all are in touch with yourselves, please. Lastly, y'all. This is the biggest, utmost thing needed to succeed. Make sure you're always talking to the Lord. That alone will get you way further than what you think. I'm telling you. Whatever y'all believe in, make sure you're talking to whoever is above. I'm telling you. Pray, read the Bible, find some scriptures that go with how you're feeling. You can find scriptures on anger, sadness, hope, happiness, anything. Find some scriptures. Pray. Because that alone, again, will lead you to way more success than you think. I'm telling you. Stay locked in with God. That is the end of this video. I had to come and film this video for y'all because I know how it feels to need help. I know how it feels to want some guidance, want a mentor that'll help me, and I had to come and pour into y'all what I didn't have poured into me. So I'm thankful that y'all watched this video. I pray that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and just tell me what y'all want more of down below. These are tips. Use them. And that's RayStatuz.
Subscribe to RayStatuz.
For some weed.